Hello and welcome to Saturday, October the 5th. Even though I'm pretty sure I just posted to Facebook yesterday's video. Well, I know I did. I fell asleep before I got it posted. So, but it's there now. So, and of course, you know, it's my weekend. I didn't have to go to work, so I didn't set an alarm. Minx has decided this is a wonderful time to play. Of course, I was just down there, like, giving her lovin's, so she's probably gotten excited. But yes, that's been my, since we, well, you know, if you haven't seen yesterday's video, since we talked last, a lot of sleep. I took some allergy meds because my eyes are just watering and itchy. So I thought, it's like, maybe I should take myself some allergy pills. Oh. Hello. What are you doing? Is that so? Well, good for you. Do you have any other commentary you'd like to add to today's video? She's thinking about it. Have you wore yourself out? Is it time to nap now that you've played and had bath time? Have to consider the universe for a while, I guess. That is also important. Also important. So, if you hear any other random squeaks, I don't know why. No, it's fine. Go ahead. Oh my goodness. Yes, itchy eyes, itchy eyes. But, oh goodness. I still have some things to do before Mom comes down, but I guess I don't want to do them, so I'm being lazy and making a video instead. But anyway, let's find out what today's Grotesquerie is. If I scratch my eye just a little bit more. Of course, that's the problem, is my eyes get itchy and watery, and then I rub them, and then they get, like, burny because I'm rubbing my eye too much, causing a whole assortment of problems. But I can still see, I can still read. So, what is the most confusing thing in your life right now? This question, I guess. What is... Ding dong! Hello, Marilee. Everybody's just got to interrupt today. 5 Pokemon gyms. Marilee has gone back to playing Pokemon Go for some reason. Small town, and I'm really surprised. I'll just let that lay for a minute. I mean, I guess something that's fairly confusing in my life right now is my health, of course. I don't know, you know. I mean, I felt pretty much fine ever since, you know, they sucked the blood clots out of my lungs. But I don't know, every now and then if you know, if I feel a little bit weak or a little bit, you know, because I've always kind of had this thing where, like, if I stand up too fast, maybe I get a little bit dizzy or something. So maybe that's whole part of it. Who knows? So now, like, any little thing, like, you know, I don't know if I have a cough, or, like, I can tell, like, with my allergies, I've always had a little bit of breathing problems, which is why I started taking, you know, the daily pills. So, I mean, that's been a thing that's been with me for years, you know. But now every time, it's like, you know, if I get to, I mean, I guess I can tell the difference between just a regular allergy, like maybe just having a little bit of congestion, and, not being able to walk across the back aisle of Walgreens, kind of not breathe sort of thing, but every little thing, like if I get a little dizzy or if I feel a little weak or something, I'm like, you know, is this something I should be concerned about? And I guess I don't know at this point. If it's just kind of, something or something to be worried about. So I suppose that's a little bit confusing. I mean, I haven't had any like real major, I guess, incidences. I was noting how, like, just this morning or just yesterday, or I was like, oh, I mean, I don't want to jinx myself, but it's like, I haven't had a Charlie horse in a while, but I ended up having one this morning, a minor one, whatever. But I also last night, I'm a bad adult. We know this. I'm not sure I took my Eliquis, because I seem to remember waking up and maybe because I have an alarm set. It's going to go off here in about 20-ish minutes, because I have it set to go off at 9 o'clock and 9 o'clock, so that I wake up and take the pills that I'm supposed to take. I may have woke up last night and turned the alarm off and then went right back to sleep. I don't know for sure. I can't remember if I took the pill before I fell back to sleep or not. So that could be, I assume perhaps I did not take my Eliquis last night, and maybe that's why I had a Charlie horse, in the leg that they suppose is the problem with the, they assume the blood clots came from this leg and traveled up. So, I mean, that is, I don't know. It's like, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I fell asleep without taking my Eliquis last night, which is, not good. Sorry to the universe and and my health as a whole, I guess, but it's like, they kind of made it seem like it wasn't, they're like, oh, they made it seem like, when I was reading the stuff on it, something about if you miss a dose, take it as soon as possible, unless it gets too close to your other dose, and then just wait for your next dose, kind of thing, So I guess maybe there's a little, a little leadway, a little grace period, like if you accidentally, miss a dose, it wouldn't maybe necessarily be the biggest deal, but maybe missing 2 would be, not great or whatever. So, I suppose that's probably would be the most confusing thing in my life at the moment, would be that, because like I said, I don't know if, if I get a little sneeze or sneezing and coughing is not really a part of it, whatever. But, like congestion, like, I mean, is that just allergies or, of course, I didn't really have that sort of problem. Like I said, I've dealt with allergies for a while now. So I guess I kind of know what that feels like to deal with that. So that's why it hasn't necessarily been as much of a concern for me. It's kind of like today with the itchy eyes and, maybe a little bit of congestion, a little bit of chest congestion, whatever. It's like, that's just something that I usually deal with, that I usually, like I said, I know what it feels like. So, maybe it's not as much of a concern, but maybe it should be. I don't know. That's where the confusion comes in, I suppose. Like, but I guess maybe, I'm in an alerting period, even though this happened at the end of July. Like, I still don't know for sure the ins and the outs of, like I said, my boss just said, was it earlier this week or last week, something about, I guess it was just this week. He's like, oh, he's like, I still don't want you doing too much or whatever. I'm like, but hasn't that been like 2 months? But, it's like, I mean, maybe I am still healing. I don't really know. I guess I just assume they did what they did, and, But I guess it's like maybe with like a broken bone or whatever, like you have to build your strength back up and to be able to do what you did before. I mean, I feel like I'm doing what I did before. I mean, you know, going to work, doing physical labor, you know, stalking, like I mean, even just walking, I guess, is, you know, like I said, I've been able ever since, you know, the incident and the procedure. It wasn't an operation. It was a procedure. You know, like I've been able to walk a lot further than, you know, halfway across the back aisle of Walgreens. So like I've been able to walk to work on a regular basis. You know, I've been able to, you know, so I guess that's my limit, or what I know is like, well, if you get to where, like, you know, you're dizzy and you can't breathe and, you know, you feel like you're going to pass out, whatever, like, that's the bad time. That's when to, you know, that's when to call an ambulance or have somebody take you to the hospital or whatever. But all the just normal, everyday allergy, life-related stuff, I guess, maybe that's lower on the totem pole of things to concern myself and worry with. But so yeah, I guess I'm kind of in this learning period of knowing what to be concerned about and what not to. So that's probably the most confusing thing in my life right now, is my health. So, and what's going on with my body, you know, like puberty all over again, but like, you know, old people puberty, I guess, where it's just kind of like, well, is this ache and pain gonna kill me, or is it just an ache and pain, you know? Who knows? Who knows? But anyway, yeah, so that's what we got for today, and still 15 minutes before I have to take my Eliquis again. So I got this done, and now I gotta go, like, clean a little bit more, you know, make sure the cat box is nice and stuff. So go do some more physical labor. But I can handle it, so, you know, it's fine. Of course, I probably could have, you know, even in the midst of the incident, like, I was still, like, helping Mom, you know, pick up branches. And speaking of Mom, hello. Everybody wants to make a special appearance today. Little cameo. So here we are. But anyway, I guess I should see what that message is about. She's probably telling me when she's getting ready to leave, maybe. Not this early. It's not even 9 o'clock yet. But anyway, I gotta go check that out. Reply to Mary Lee, too, I suppose. So I shall see you for what I see you.